The 1 minute time frame looks super chaotic, but I catch some of my cleanest entries when time calls for it. Today I'm going to break down a super simple, insane 1 minute scalping strategy that I use on a daily basis, and I've traded live for the past 3 years with a full public track record showing me execute this. This is a setup I mainly use in very high volume times like New York Stock Exchange Open or massive London breakouts. So this is something you want to learn how to scalp on the 1 minute. Let's get straight into this video. So when I first started, I started on the 1 minute and just lost a lot of money. But trading on the 1 minute has given me an extra edge, especially when there's times of volume and we're moving extremely fast, and it allows me to get in. Especially if you're a busy individual or you're looking for a quick scalp on the market, it's a perfect thing because it allows you to get in and out of a position quickly and utilize the volume time. You have to be correct with it though, and you have to know how to use the 1 minute to effectively do it. Otherwise, you're going to get lost on it. So I'm going to explain the exact strategy here. And I'm going to use NASDAQ here as an example here. And I'm going to be trading specifically in the NYSE time. That is the New York Stock Exchange Open and the highest volume time. So that's when you want to be doing it, around the high volume times, at the high volume times, not only around. So nice thing about this strategy is backed by years of data and something that's taken me ages to develop. You guys are going to get it here. So we want to start off by understanding what is the first thing we do. And the first thing we do is we come to the chart at that New York Stock Exchange time, and we're going to put in our range. So we're going to go to a 15-minute time frame here, and what we're going to do is we're going to put in a range. So we're going to find the range high before the session. So you see how this is a range high, but we have a 15-minute next to it. So we take this because we want the clean zones, and then we take the range low, which is the support here. So that's our pre-session range. And the rule of thumb is here is that we can get more advanced because there's some reversal trades, but this is going to keep you safe. If we're above this high and a big open 15-minute bullish candle, we can look for buy setups, and if we're below, we can look for sell setups. If we go to the previous day, let's go to the previous day one, 1830. This is your previous daily range here, okay? This one's easier to mark, right? This was your pre-session range here. So when we were below here, we're looking for sells. Remember what I talked about, that fake out setup, right? That's the fake out. That's a different one. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, because I will be releasing a video about that fake up setup, about this trap that happens, because we can profit off this. But essentially, and also the nice thing about this strategy is on this 1 minute, if you execute the strategy I'm about to tell you, it will keep you safe from being faked out like this. But there's ways to even profit off this, right? So make sure you're subscribed and leave a like on this video if you're enjoying it so far. And then if we're above, we're looking for buys. So pre-session range, below, looking for sells. If the 1 minute strat doesn't trigger, it's more than likely it's going to fake out. If we're above and the strategy triggers, we can look for buys. But I'm going to show you the same setup happen on the next day here using a real life example, using this tool called Pip Labs, which is a simulator which allows you to backtest, practice your strategies using previous data. So we're going to use Pip Labs here because we can see the candles in real time, and I want to show you this. So open candle comes here. I know I want to be a buyer above here and a seller below here. Okay. The next problem we have is our next resistance. Okay. So you need to be able to do your higher time frame analysis, because we might be a daily resistance. I've already done it because I'm trying to condense these videos for you guys, and I'm going to link a video up here that talks to you how to mark up your time frames step by step. Okay, because it's a very important tool thing. It's a very important step of this, is marking your time frame step by step. But essentially, I'm going to draw it for you. We might have bullish candles forming on the daily time frame, and then followed by a bearish candle. And that bearish candle looks something like this. Boom. So where we are right now, even though we're trading on a 15-minute and eventually a 1 minute, we might be at this daily resistance, but you haven't checked it. That's why it's extremely important to do what? To check the higher time frame, make sure we are not trading at a resistance. Because what is a resistance? A resistance is when we have bullish candles, or one bullish candle followed by a bearish candle here. Okay, so when you have a bullish candle followed by a bearish candle, creates a resistance. So you need to be doing your higher time frame, because remember, lower time frame is cool, but lower time frame is simply following what the higher time frame is saying, right? Higher time frame guides, and lower time frame just follows the higher time frame, right? Think of the higher time frame as an instruction manual. So once we understand that, and we've marked our previous ranges, and I want to expand on how to mark the previous ranges, what we're looking for on a 15-minute time frame, like this day, we're looking for the resistance with clean candles on the left, and a support with clean candles on the left. So how do we define that? We have bullish candles followed by bearish, and then we have bearish candles followed by bullish that close, right? This is before they open. This creates our pre-session range. Rule is we want to be selling below, buying above. Important thing is on the left here, we want clean candles because that is our trading zone. So same thing here, we have clean candles. Same thing today, we have clean candles here, you see? So this is our pre-session range. Rule of thumb is I'm going to be looking for a buy above there or a sell below there. Now, what is the setup we're going to look for on the actual 1 minute? So once we get a potential breakout here, we're going to have 1 minute candles looking something like this. New York Stock Exchange volume is going to come through. We need to be able to capitalize off that. What we want to wait for is we want to wait for the 1 minute to then close minimum 2 candles bearish, minimum 2 candles bearish. The next step I want to wait for is I want to wait for something then closing back above this resistance that was made, right? Back above this resistance and something breaking the high. And I'm going to put my stop loss below that structure. Very important because price can wick down. Price can create resistances. It can do what it wants. My buy stop is going to be at the high and potentially price could even do something like this and then wick down like this, then break the high, or do this, then break the high. That's totally fine. Stop loss below there. I'm going to target the next level, or a 1-to-1 is going to be your safe bet because these are momentum plays, guys. We're trying to catch, be part of the move with logical database entries. Okay. So this is the setup I'm looking for. Very important you wait for those steps. So let's come to today. We know we want to be a buyer. So let's start skipping candles and see if we can get above. All right. So look at that. Candle got above, massive candle. This is the whole point we execute the 1 minute strategy, because if you came to the charts and you see this big candle, you feel FOMO, you don't know how to get in, right? We don't want to just buy randomly now because we don't know what's going on inside of this candle. So if we go down here now and we drop onto that 1 minute time frame, you see straight candles. Stupid to buy right now. So we're going to wait for what I exactly just showed you. So we see 1 candle come in bearish, not enough. 2 candle come in bearish, perfect. And 3, the close above. This is going to trigger my buy stop entry here, right? So I'm going to put a buy stop breaking the high, stop loss below the candle that closed above, right? And for this example, we target 1-to-1, okay? That is going to be a step. So we place a buy stop like that. Going to use Pip Labs to do that. And we basically going to play these candles by 5 seconds here. Makes a nice bottom wick, boom, triggers us into the position. Obviously, my P&L is all messed up. I was risking 0.11, but forget about it. And let's skip by 1 second so I can show you how it moved in real time. So this is how it's moving in real time. So you can see 1 minute closed above. We're going to speed it up for this. Now we go straight into drawdown. This is fine. This can happen. You might never always get a perfect entry. See how that happened? Very scary because we're waiting for volume to come back in. You can see the second time it got back up, boom, that's the one that hits TP. And that was the clean, easy move. But I want to show you sometimes it might try that second dip. Obviously, you see after this candle close above, that was the straight shot. A lot of the time, you will also get this candle closing above and being the straight shot. But what's the important part about this trade? You can see quick little scalp. Obviously, I messed up my calculation here of lots. I put 0.11 by accident, meant to put 1 contract. But what you can see here is you can see that we closed above that 15, right? That's really important here, right? We didn't trade at it, we went above it, and we had clean candles that allowed us to trade to our next target, okay? So that is an example of how this works. We can view that same type of example here yet again. If we look at this day here, we come to this chart here. We're going to skip towards the open time here. So let's start skipping by 15. So what time is it now? Now it's 17:45, still time. 18:15, yeah, next candle is this. So now we need to mark our pre-session range. Look at our range here. We have a support all the way down here, right? Most recent 15 minutes. So we want to be a seller below there. We want to be a buyer above here. If we get above here, we can look for buys. So now we'll skip by 5 minutes. Boom. Now we can start to be a buyer, right? Open candle came. We can look to be a buyer here. We drop to 1 minute. We look for our rules to be met. Nothing yet, right? 1 minute candle, skip by 1 minute. We wait for that structure. Still nothing. 1 candle bearish. Still nothing. Still nothing. You see, still nothing. We're not interested yet. Not interested. Boom. Now we got our close above that 1 minute structure. So obviously here we have way more than 2 candles bearish. If this from down here closed all the way up here without creating this structure here, it would be invalid. Simply all we do now is we do the same thing here. Now we'll use proper size. Okay. We'll put a buy stop, breaking the high, stop loss below the candle that closed above. Can look to target that 1-to-1. Place the buy stop, play these candles here. Now let's see what happens. So didn't break the high. We still keep the buy stop until until this is broken down here, we keep the buy stop because we have the close above, right? And don't forget your higher time frame. Make sure your 15-minute time frame is still respecting the rest of price action here, right? We can see we're not breaking structure on 15. 15 look good. Everything looks good. Don't forget about higher time frame. Okay, it's very important in 1 minute trading. Now we get that big volume push, like I said, and about to hit TP. Now by this point, you would want to be break even on your position here. No point of losing that position, and boom, you hit TP like that. So you can see it works extremely well when you follow these type of methods. So I want to tell you the most important point is the 1 minute is very complicated. It's subjected to what other time frames are doing, and I almost did not make this video. It's one of my highest requested video, and honestly, I haven't posted it for a year. The reason, and I need you guys to listen to this, is because there's so many layers to it. I've given you now kind of the bulletproof, really good way to start to get into it, but the best way is to be able to see it on a day-to-day basis. There are conditions that need to be met. There's a whole library of videos I made just on trading 1 minute time frame, and the best way to get to know how to do it is to trade live daily with me, and that's exactly what I do with the guys. As you get to see it in action, first link in the description is where we trade live every single day. This is not some video course. It is where we trade live together, where you guys can learn as well as trade alongside me and others. And this is the best way to learn how to get proficient on these, because there's so many layers of that. Although I have a video library explaining everything, so you do have a step-by-step even for beginners to learn how to do this, not in only a 12-minute video, but there's so many. So you learn how to do step by step with over an hour of content for the 1 minute strategy. So I wanted to say this because it's something that will take more effort to get down, but it can be very useful, as I can show you here, as soon as you put all the pieces of the puzzle together and you invest your time in the right place. So hope to see you on the other side. Take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace.